Hi, Becky. This is Jeff Stiers, Lieutenant with the County Sheriff's Office. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. I left you a message the other day. I wasn't sure if you got it or not.
No, I didn't. But you know, it's not surprising because my phone is wonky all the time. I don't know if it's because of being out in the country or what, but
I gotcha. Okay. Well, I know Deb's been communicating with you, and we're still waiting on the prosecutor's office to give us an opinion. I just spoke with them 2 days ago.
okay.
So, and you do have the report from Marysville PD. You said.
I do.
Okay. And you're looking for our initial of that face sheet?
Yeah, you know, like whenever an initial report is taken, you know.
Yeah. Is there something specific you're looking for that I could help you now while we're waiting?
Not necessarily, other than I'm very curious what happened to her car.
Her what?
Her car.
Okay.
Because I know that one of the newspaper articles said that it was still in the garage and that her ID and her credit cards were in the house. But when I pulled the probate papers for the trusteeship, you know, you're supposed to list all of the assets and liabilities. There was not a car listed anywhere. And I understand she had just bought a brand new Accord. So, do you know anything about the car? Or?
I do. And you would not get that from the information that we would provide you, but I can tell you that yes, the car was in the garage. We processed the car, and then the family dealt with the car.
Okay. Do you know how they dealt with it though? Because you know, like it's not on. It's not any.
I do not, because it wasn't of evidentiary value once we were finished and processed it.
Okay. Do you?
So.
Well, the fact that it was omitted, and let me ask you, was it the new Honda Accord or was it her old Celica?
I'd have to go look back and look in the report.
Okay. Okay. Because I don't know, that might be something that you want to look into, because that's, you know, whether it was completely paid for or whether there was a loan on it, that definitely should have been listed in her assets or liabilities with the court, you know, for the trusteeship. So it is pretty significant to me, at least, that I mean, it's just disappeared. And maybe there is, you know, that there isn't anything to it and there's a good explanation, but it should have still made it in those court papers somewhere.
Possibly. I don't deal with that kind of stuff, so I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. So, passport. Did she have a passport?
I would be honest with you. I'd have to look through the case before I'd say anything, because it's been a while since I've read through it. So.
Right. Okay. I have a list of questions I want to ask you, but I'm getting the feeling maybe you should probably get your memory refreshed. I'm just finding a lot of things out of place. That don't seem to have ever been any questions asked about, you know, like the car. So, and the other thing, obviously, if she was planning to cross the border into Canada, she knew she had to have her ID to do that, because back then you only needed a driver's license. So I think if she got into LaDonna's car believing she was headed for Canada, she would not have left her ID at the house.
One would think.
So I think we have been looking in the wrong direction for 20 years. And
Here's what I'll tell you, Becky. We looked in all directions.
You couldn't have if you can't even tell me what happened to her car. This thing, I don't mean to interrupt you, but there's no possible way you could have looked in every direction because you can't even tell me what happened to her car. And if it was the brand new Accord, we're talking almost $20,000 that's disappeared. That's a lot, especially when so much emphasis has been placed on her financial status or whatever.
Okay. Well, once I hear back from the prosecutor, and what we can release based on what you asked for, which the face sheet can be released. However, there will be things that will be redacted.
Sure.
And then you asked for a missing persons report, and it was quoted.
Yes.
We got a lot of different forms, and I've got 8 bagger boxes of paperwork with this case. What exact? I don't know what.
Well, like the initial report, I would think it would be like the very first top couple sheets, just because of the very first thing someone does is fill out a missing persons report.
That is the initial report that I'm waiting on from the prosecutor. That is correct.
Okay.
So once I hear back from him, then we will get that to you.
Okay. One other question. Was Patti an informant for law enforcement during this time?
If she was, I would never be able to say that. So.
Okay.
That's a question that will never be answered.
Right. Okay. Jeff, I appreciate it. Let me see here. I think I've got your email from where Deb CC'd you. Let me just make sure. That's Stiers at unioncounty.ohio.gov.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it's okay, I'll send you a copy of my questions, and if there's any of them that you could answer, that would be excellent. There is one other thing, and I don't want to take up any more of your time, but you guys had discussed publicly the results of the lab tests. Since you did discuss them publicly and the results, can I also at least get a copy of that?
That will be vetted through our prosecutor's office.
Great. And do you have an estimated time when I might be able to get that?
Soon. I can't put a date on it, so.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling me, and I like I said, I don't know how I even didn't get a voicemail from you, but no big deal. I'm glad that we got to connect, and I'll send these questions over, and I'll look forward. Go ahead.
Do you live in this county? Do you live in Union County?
I do.
Okay. Are you associated with Patti's family or?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't know either family. I don't know the. Oh, but you know what? I'm so glad that you brought that up. Another very glaring, weird thing to me is we've been told repeatedly that Patti was giving this money to help the person of interest buy out his brother-in-law. However, the person that is listed on the deed to the shop, as well as on the shop equipment, because there's also shop equipment listed with the auditor, that person that's listed on those deeds with the person of interest, it is not related to him. So I'm not sure where the brother-in-law comes in. Is there any chance the service manager that was there the day that you searched the shop, could he be the brother-in-law?
He is not the brother-in-law.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have exhausted everything trying to figure out how he could be related to the person of interest, and it's not possible. In fact, on the deed to the shop, it says he's an unmarried man. So, lot of things just don't add up from the story that we've been told, and I might be on the spectrum, I guess, like an autistic type thing, but this isn't the first case like that I've dived into, so I'm pretty certain we've been going the wrong direction for a long time. But anyways, I'll let you go, Jeff. I'll send these questions over, and I do hope to hear from you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Becky.
Thank you. Bye.